Good evening and welcome. And Maryam, we're waiting for Maryam, and she'll be on in a minute. Um, Very good artist, guys. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the chat with Mark, and been really, really good tonight. And Susan Lee, and then it was Beth earlier. We got one more tonight after this one, and that person's all the way from the United States. He usually comes in and tells me what's going on in the United States for catch up. So there you go. Hello.
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 Hold on. Hold on. I okay.
What's the face?
Right. Can you see me?
I can't see you, yes. How are you?
I can't see you. I'm good. I'm good.
Well,
I'm very good.
I
I've
put
got the
you
new
on voice.
setup I've given my huh?
I put you on voice screen, that's why.
Okay. Because I'm seeing it quite funny, but I was just as long as you're happy with it, I'm happy.
Now, what is
Yeah,
this?
I've got a new setup. Yeah. Oh well, this is a service I have prepared for you.
All right. So explain who you are to everybody.
I am Maryam Hashimi, artist, mischievous artist. And hold on, I don't think I'm fully in. That's better because I've set it up so they could see, so you could see the work, not my face much. But yes, I forgot I have to do intro. Hold on, let me center myself a bit more. Is that too close? So yes, I'm an artist and visual artist, performance artist, and a witch sometimes. That's a
A
joke. I'm
witch?
not a witch. I mean, I am kind of, but
With your broomstick?
yeah, a very white witch. The white,
Oh,
the white witch kind. You know, like I like to heal and help people, and yeah, help them overcome
I
stuff.
know you're
So
lovely. You're
yeah, I do
lovely.
my best. I do my best to do good. So I'm definitely on the bright side.
Oh yeah. Always on the bright
And
side.
I really like to make people laugh quite a lot because naturally I seem to. So even if I don't want to, so I decided that's also part of my mission statement to make you
All
laugh. Or
right.
did you show the clip?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I
Did
did.
did you laugh?
It was funny.
Oh, good. Mission accomplished.
Oh, you're trying to cheer me up or something? Oh, yeah.
So good. Yeah, no, that's a
Okay.
character I'm working with.
Okay. What is that? What was that about then?
So it's a performance that I'm working with. So it's a character I'm developing, and um, my mentor suggested that in order to understand this character better, I have to take him out for a walk and kind of take him out. So this was the first time I was interacting with people and being that character, and it made people laugh. And they were very sweet, though. I received a very good service at my local coffee shop. They were very sweet in there, very confused to begin with, but very welcoming regardless. So it
Local
was
coffee
yeah,
shop.
so it was you know what the funny thing was, that when I was that character, when I decided I was this character, but this character doesn't speak yet, and I don't think he ever will, because it's funnier if he doesn't. Probably, I don't know, who knows what will happen. I decided that I liked coffee differently, so I generally don't like to have sugar with my coffee, but when I was having coffee, being that character, I decided that I wanted it to be sweet. So that was fun. I made a lot of mess, more mess than I usually would when I go to a coffee shop. Poured coffee on my foot. There was coffee on the table. Like, I made a total mess. So it's a bit clumsy, this character.
Oh my god.
Didn't capture those bit though. That's
Yes.
for next round.
It's very, very clumsy. You are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not usually clumsy, but especially when I'm behind that character, it seems that I get clumsier. Or maybe it's just having the beard. It's kind of I lose that spatial awareness that I'm not always great with.
You reminded me of that character. You know. You reminded me of that character on The Greatest Showman.
I don't remember it. I should know who that
She had a
is, but
beard.
oh, then can you please send me a link? Because I need to study beards of all kinds.
Yeah, I will show.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Yes, please do. So, how are you? How you been
I'm
since we
okay. Yes,
last spoke?
I've been busy.
You'll be busy having shows
Yeah,
every day.
yeah. I've been asleep every day. Yeah, we do
You've
get
been
some
asleep
people
every
on.
day.
Oh yeah, yeah. We do get some people on
Okay,
who make you go to sleep.
that put you to sleep.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. You
Oh,
get you do get some people. Yeah. Oh yeah.
oh, oh
Yeah.
well. You have to find a way to break that,
I,
break the
I
mood
do.
somehow.
Yeah, I
Ask
do.
them weird questions if you get bored.
Yeah, I
Good.
do. I just kind of like
Yeah,
or
wake
go on
them up.
Netflix and watch a film rather than. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, you have to kind of like it's up to you to lure all the weirdness out of them because everybody's got a bit of weird in them, and
Oh
weird is
yes, of
usually
course.
entertaining. Usually,
Oh yes, we're all
yeah.
weird. We're all weird in our
Lure
own
it
little.
out.
Yeah. Oh yes, we're all a little weird.
We're
Well,
all a
anyway,
bit weird.
tell me about your painting.
Okay, so I've kind of done a bit of background because usually I like to start with a surface that's not just plain, so it's much easier if it's something there's something on it. So that's why I kind of made a mess on it, and I don't know, I'm kind of leaning on it, so I may have made a mess on my back,
Right.
probably. I think
Oh
I'm okay.
no.
So no, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I think it's dry. It's dry. um so if you start with giving me suggestions of like topics, and maybe you can start the whole
Right.
thing, then
Okay.
I
So
will find the topics in here in these patterns that I have created, in the mess that I have made.
right. Okay.
I try to
It
find
looks
them
like
and pull them out
right. Can you draw a person coming out of the
into
grave?
existence. A what?
A person coming out of the grave.
Coming out of the ground, a zombie or
Yeah,
skeleton?
zombie. Yeah.
Zombie
It it looks
with
like a
pleasure.
graveyard.
Does it? Does it look like a graveyard? Oh, I see what you mean. If these are like,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay, I'll start
It
with
looks like Michael Jackson's
creating
Thriller.
like a Michael Jackson story. Yeah.
Can you draw
Okay.
Michael Jackson?
I can try. Yes, I can try to do that. Indeed. Yes, yes, yes.
So anyway,
Okay.
so what have you been up to lately then?
So I've been producing I had an online show, online group show, and I've been working on this performance. And I was doing a performance school on Sundays. We have like a Sunday school online, so I was engaged with that, which was great fun. It finished yesterday. And what else was I doing? What else? What else? I
And
did
you
some
watch the
extra
football.
work.
All right.
I don't watch football. I
Look
kind of
here.
try to avoid it as much as I
Oh.
can.
did you, did you did you did your boyfriend watch it? Or
Thank God, no.
Thank God, no.
Hold on, I think I need to change the angle a little bit so that my face is in there too. That's better, isn't it? Yes.
It is, yes.
Yeah, because I was kind of giving myself a strange cramp. Okay, so do you want Michael Jackson coming out of the grave, or just a zombie?
No, somebody just said to me, can you ask her to draw Michael Jackson coming out of the grave?
Okay. Can I just? I'll see how much it's gonna look like Michael Jackson. I can't guarantee that. Hold on, I need to change my my brush. Yeah. Okay.
So how often do you do something like this then? Hard work. Then make something out of it.
How often do I do what?
What you're doing now? How often? You just
Well,
splat
it's
everything all over the place, and then
well, I'm also working. I mean, doing this live thing. I don't do it that often. I should do. I'm doing it
yeah,
in your program. But I'm doing I do basically art regularly whenever whatever it kind of
yeah.
happens. Really, I'm still working on my friend's gallery's window, so I'm
Oh
doing
yeah,
I'm still doing that. So the
and you
gallery is
finished
going to
it
open
yet?
on the 22nd of July. So that's the opening. That's the opening day, and it should be obviously finished. But so I've got some works in there as well, and it's great. It's looking great in there. It's looking it's a gallery and a bookshop at the same time.
All right.
It's very cool. It's very, very cool.
And where's that? That's in London, yeah.
In Church Street in off Edgware Road.
All right. Okay.
Church Street. I think it's a Church Street Market.
Right.
That it's called there.
And you can go in there and get a cup of coffee when they're open and everything.
I don't think they serve coffee.
Right.
No, that I did ask them, are you gonna have coffee? But I think that requires a whole separate separate licensing and food and hygiene license and things like that. So
Yeah.
they might look into it. It's just something that once they start, I'm sure they'll start building bit by bit. So we'll see. I definitely would like to see coffee there. But
Yeah.
there's a lot already going on in terms of books and having everybody's up because it's a group show, so having lots of different artworks and setting it up and everything. So it's already a lot going on.
Yeah.
And there'll be live music there on the day, so performances. There's going to be a lot of exciting stuff happening.
All right.
And what else did I do? I also did I recorded some instruction videos.
All right.
I'll share those later on your page. One
right.
about how to make a beard. So I'm giving instructions of how to create the beard like me, and step-by-step guide on how to make your own beard with your own hair.
Just cut your hair, isn't it?
No. You use the hair that's already. No, that's cheating. But if you got long enough hair, you can.
You got long hair.
Huh?
You got long hair.
Yeah, I just pull it from the back and create the beard with my hair. So the beard that you see is, you've seen it in the other performance that I kind of create the beard. So it's kind of doing that. So this is Michael Jackson. You can't really tell, but it is. And because I'm lazy, I just put MJ on it.
So, what made you go into art in the first place? That's one of the questions I got here.
Yeah, sure. I always like to do art since I was young. I just really love to draw and I just love to occupy myself, just entertain myself with every time I was going somewhere and it was boring, because I was always surrounded by lots of adults, and a lot of
Mm.
people that didn't necessarily wanted to hang out with me. So
Why
I
was
was
that?
bored. Well, they were like I grew up with my grandparents, so a lot of times I just didn't have anyone around that was my age. So they were their family members
Were
and
you
friends.
alone, huh?
Sorry, yeah. So I mean, when I was older and I had friends to hang out with, that was different. But I would just be pretty isolated a lot of times in terms of having people around to kind of just just play or hang out. So I had to
Mm.
really. I mean, my grandfather was really good at being my playmate. He was very good
Mm.
at that. But I didn't really have much going on. So I had to really keep busy and entertain myself. So I was doing a lot of drawing, and I would do art. So that was one of the main things I started. And my grandparents always encouraged me to do more. So they really nourished um, that talents that I had. So I just kept doing it. It was getting me good attention, and I was being praised because usually I was just naughty or very quiet. There wasn't in between. So this kind of gave me a lot of praise, and that helped. That definitely helps. I kept doing it,
Were you
and I
alone?
really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing it. I was enjoying it. I was being encouraged. So I just kept. I just kept doing it, and I didn't have that much distraction, and that was a good thing. I think these days we have a lot of distractions with all the different medias and everything that goes on, and there's so much going on, and there's so much that we need to pay attention to. We take so much that takes our attention away, and I didn't have much, so that was good. So I had to create the fun.
So when you moved over, here,
Yeah,
and but that was big eye opening for you, was it?
I mean, it was just very different. I mean, I came for the first time when I was 12. I stayed for a year. I went to school and learned some English. Like started learning English, and there was definitely a lot that was exciting. And so I loved it. I mean, one of the main things I was still very shy, so I didn't really kind of feel like I wanted to be around people much. So I just loved watching movies. Really loved watching movies. I would just do that nonstop for a long time. So that year that I stayed in London, I think I was just catching up with everything I hadn't seen and everything I had missed. So yeah, that was one of the most exciting things.
Have you seen
Films.
Have you seen what you wanted to see since you um, lived in London now?
Sorry.
Have you seen everything that you wanted
Well,
to
no,
see?
no, no. There's loads that I haven't seen for sure. I still need to watch. There's long because I love movies and I love movies of all genre. Of course, I love horror. Anything with horror and graveyard, and I love it. I love the theme. But you can start giving me more. So this is kind of MJ sticking out of the grave. Um, but I'm still kind of playing around. But you can give me more.
On the on the cross, on top of the cross,
Yeah.
can you put a crow?
Yeah. Sure. No problem. So yeah. There's a still I haven't seen. I'm keep finding discovering new things I haven't seen from the old movies. So
Hmm. So
how about yourself? Do you like
what
horror?
movies are you interested in?
Sorry.
Sorry, what movies are you interested in? I know you love horror.
I love horror, and
Yeah.
I think horror being is not taken enough seriously, and that's a shame. Uh, because amazing amazing things are happening in horror, and the themes that you can explore and the topics you can talk about. Some topics you can say it better in a horror genre.
Mm.
Um, so I think it's a very, very serious genre and very important. So yeah, I
What do you
always
mean
have.
very? What do you mean very important? Because
Well, it's first of all, I think it's very important that we are to face our fears, and sometimes it's safer to do that through movies. So it can have a very therapeutic effect if you watch the horror movie as a tool to help you connect to your fear or work with your own emotional issues, because you can do depending on the horror movie, because there's all this kind of cheesy horror or just a really mainstream kind of a horror that you might not find that much depth in it, but some horror movies got a very important psychological depth. So I think the best way, for example, to talk about psychological emotional issues and psychological issues, mental health, is to use horror to explore that topic and really kind of show it.
mm,
I think it works much better in that using that genre. Um, so I think there's so much you can explore using the horror, and there's so much that you can share if you're
mm,
using the horror language.
mm.
Um,
But the Christian Church wouldn't agree with you there, would they? Because
well, I
they
mean,
say
Christian
they.
church. I mean, not necessarily. Like we have so many different genres of horror as well.
Mm,
It really depends on which genre you want to show
mm,
or what
mm,
you're using. What is the story?
mm,
It doesn't have to be. I mean, we have so many different types of horror.
mm.
Um, and
I mean, like the alcohol and.
yeah, not necessarily the occult side of it. You can show, for example, the horror that is really exploring mental health,
Mm,
or using the horror language, the scare, the like, for example, when you show the scare, like the fear, to really focus on the fear, like if there is like a thriller type scenes in that genre, that you can explore that tension and the fear in there.
mm,
Like what, so it doesn't always have to be about ghosts and witches and occult. You can have like lots of
mm,
other there's so many aspects to a horror movie. It could
mm,
show like and like the hell inside somebody's mind, like what they're going through, if they're going through a difficult time, or if they're going through grief. You can show that grief in a form of horror. So the ghost could mean so many things. For example, if you have a ghost story, it could show it could tell many different stories. It could be telling a story about the relationship, and but actually have ghosts in there.
mm.
You can have a story focusing on grief and loss, and you have a ghost story. But what you're telling with that ghost, what you're exploring with that, just the ghost story topic, is
Okay.
you can
So
go very, very deep.
if you were a director
Yeah,
and you wanted to direct your own film,
yeah.
what would it be?
Well, obviously it would be horror. Maybe horror comedy, because it's nice to make people laugh, and I enjoy making people laugh. So uh, a horror comedy, a mixture of both.
Okay, so what would you do? What would the film be about?
The film, maybe the film could show a certain possession, like I could be possessed with a certain thing, but that
Right?
possession might be really funny instead of being terrifying. Maybe it could start at being a little scary, and then imagine that somebody gets possessed, but instead of it becoming a really scary thing, it's hilarious. Like, what if they get possessed by the spirit of a clown, or and suddenly they become really funny, or like a little bit of like that kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Okay.
What else would you like? That is kind of a crow.
Right. So Oh God. What we got? On the radio, someone saying, "Can you draw a UFO?" What? Beaming down? That's crazy.
So beam me down. You want a UFO? No
UFO,
problem.
right?
I can do a
And,
UFO. I can do a UFO. And who says beam me down?
no, it says, "Do a UFO
Yeah.
and put some beams on it that beaming down."
Okay. Yes. Yes. And beaming down. Maybe it's beaming down towards this zombie, Michael. Zombie
Michael
Michael.
Jackson, yeah, yeah. So, in your life, who inspires you more?
Well, my partner's pretty inspiring. I mean, we do have a lot of creative talk, or we chat about movies, and so our chats are always very inspiring. So definitely him is one of them, one of the most inspiring people, and um, and he's a great artist, so he inspires me very much. Um, and and then apart from that, I get inspired um, by many things. Like just sometimes really, it could be a mundane everyday thing that
Mm,
inspires me. So it just everything,
mm,
everything can be inspiring if you're willing to be inspired. You don't need to go very far.
yeah. What is your favorite food?
Favorite food. My favorite food has a little bit of everything in it. So a colorful plate. So maybe there's a little bit of like a a tasty protein of some sort, a little bit of a salad, a little bit of colorful vegetables. So like having lots of colors. That would be my favorite plate. And it doesn't matter exactly what those things are, but as long as there's variety, I really like that.
Okay. Um, if you was asked to draw your partner,
Yeah.
right? Draw
Yeah.
him as an animal. What would the animal be?
Goat. Goat. I've
A
already
goat.
done him as a goat. I did paint him. Yeah, I've already done it. He's got a beard that can be a little bit like a goat, like the way it points, and yeah, just that would be the first thing. Um, yeah,
What would he draw? What would he say you would be?
a lion maybe,
Right. Okay.
or a cat, feline of some sort.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I need some yellow. I need yellow. 1 second. Yellow. Where are you? I don't have yellow, but this will do. I got some up. Okay, what more? What more? More recommendations or suggestions?
Yeah. Yeah.
What have we
Um,
got? I'm still working on the alien, but it's almost there.
you're still working on the alien.
I mean, on the UFOs, but you
Yes.
can give me what the next suggestion is.
Yeah, they said, can you draw an alien coming down the beam?
You want the alien to be coming down the beam? Like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, sure. Let me make it a bit wider. And I will have a little blue alien there.
So, what kind of music do you like?
Uh, a kind of alien type music.
No, you don't. Come on.
Yeah, like by alien I mean like a kind of music that it seems that is coming from another dimension. Um, I also like very earthy music, like quite rhythmic and the sort of thing that you would hear in like like sometimes the tribal ceremonies, that kind of drumming and kind of a type of thing that could put you on a trance. I really like that. But
How
I
about
like
pop music?
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I enjoy pop music. A little bit of everything. A little bit of different. I think different moods, you need different type of music. If you want to feel energized, you need something energizing. If you want to relax, you need something calming and soothing. So different kind of music for different times of the day.
Okay. Sheila wants to know if you're on the dance floor with your partner
Yeah.
doing a slow dance, what song
Yeah.
would you dance to?
We just don't do that. You see, we never go to dance floors or dance. We should. Um, I don't know. Good question.
Yeah, that was a good question.
That's a good question. Like, what would I dance to? I think it would be some kind of a jazz, like a slow jazz. I
Mm,
can't think anybody on my mind at the moment. But I would
mm,
dance maybe to Nina Simone.
yeah,
That
Joe's
would be good.
Orange.
There's a blue alien, and it's got tentacles. What else would you like?
Right, okay. Um, ooh, what else, guys? Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. Which, would it be possible we can draw an aeroplane?
Airplane?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the aeroplane doing, though?
Let me see. Where would I have the airplane? It's an old school one.
An old school.
Maybe it's chasing the UFO. It's wondering, is this from RAF going, what is that? An unidentified flying craft is beaming up. No, it can't be RAF because Michael Jackson is there. So that's not RAF. Some government plane. Look,
Yeah.
I messed up this corner.
What's your biggest achievement in your life?
The biggest achievement. Let me have a think.
Okay.
The biggest achievement. The biggest achievement. I got my grandmother to paint.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, she never touched it. I mean, she always told me the story of how she had, when she was at school, which was obviously a very long time ago, she drew a teapot, and this teapot was very, very well done to the point that the teacher didn't believe that she had drawn it. She thought that the teacher thought that she had traced it. She didn't believe her.
I
She
used to do
actually
that.
drew it by looking at the teapot. And since then, she didn't draw anymore. And so this was a year before she passed away, and I basically we sat. I was preparing. I was painting for an exhibition, and she was. I was sitting while she was watching TV, and I just gave her the paper, and I thought like, "Hey, why don't you draw as well?" And then she immediately started drawing, and I thought, "Oh my god, I should have done this earlier." But she did 2 drawings. She did 2 paintings, and then she didn't do it anymore. But that was those 2. That was like, I'm done. No more. My hand hurts. But I think, yeah, that was quite an achievement to actually sit with her and encourage her to paint something. And she painted something really, really weird. It was so
Becky
stressful.
wants to. Becky wants to know. How long did it take you to graduate from college?
Well, I mean, it depends what you study and what you want to, do you want to go to diploma or do you want to, I mean, minimum, I think 2 years or maybe with 1 year we can get some kind of qualification. But I think it depends
Mm.
how much you want to study.
What what have you got? What qualifications you
I've
got?
got a BA in graphic design. I did a
Oh,
BA in, yeah, I did it back in Iran.
good.
And I never really wanted to be a graphic designer. So, but it helped me. Doing the BA helped me kind of try different things and kind of build, like create my style, like my painting style kind of
Mm.
started developing, and there was a lot more
What is your
focus. So,
what is your
worked a lot.
mm. What is your style?
Well, I mean, I like to call it magical realism. I think that's the one that really kind of explains it more. It's a term that is used for books in literature, for
All right.
stories. Like you would say, magical realism is not really, but you do hear people calling, like using that style for their work as well. And like when I was young, I loved Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and one of my favorite novels was 100 Years of Solitude. And the 100 Years of Solitude is full of just beautiful images, like the way he describes the images, and he's basically painting with words, like with all the details, so you can really visualize these amazing magical scenes that he's creating, and all the magical, colorful characters. And that book was one of the most inspiring things I've ever read, and I think that
Mm.
really kind of really touched me, so that my style was very influenced by the imagery that he was describing. So I think, yeah, because of that, I would say, because he's like, I think he kind of, I'm not sure whether he was a pioneer of this, or this term, or pioneer of this style of writing. Um, yeah, because yeah, that I think that had a lot of influence. It was, yeah, the way my brain was being wired. I think that definitely was one of the major impacts on it.
Okay.
And if you haven't read, I highly recommend The 100 Years of Solitude. It's just beautiful.
Do you
What
read a lot then?
else? Ah,
That's really good. That.
we got plane, we got the UFO, we got the alien, beaming Michael Jackson.
You mean breakfast Jackson. Right then. Um. Anybody else?
Well, you can suggest something, Steve, if you haven't got any suggestions.
Mm. What can I say?
Anything. It doesn't have to relate to the scene.
Right. Uh. What can I put? What can I put? Um.
Could be anything. Could be an
Hang on for,
object.
hang on for a second. What can I put in a picture? Name something. Um. Oh gosh. Your
Anything.
car. Your car.
A what? A car?
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
Alex. Thank you for that, Alex.
What kind of car? I mean, not that I know how to draw specific cars, but is the car
A
parked
Peugeot car.
there? Is there anyone in it?
Earth. An Earth with somebody in it.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. That was a good one, Alex.
It
Well done.
doesn't have to relate to the scene, you know. It doesn't have to. So, what was your favorite film, Steve?
My favourite film, gosh. Um, I'm a bit of a romantic, me.
Yeah.
So I love Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, it's a beautiful film. I really like that.
Mm. Yeah, I'm a bit of a romantic.
Yeah. Nice. I like romantic films too, you know. I like good films. It doesn't
I
have to
like
be
a I like a good weepy one.
a weepy one. Yeah.
Honestly, honestly,
Oh,
it's a program on TV called Long Lost Families, right?
yeah.
And I tell you what, I cry to that all the time.
Oh.
My wife puts it on to wind me up.
Just to see you cry.
Yeah,
Just make me cry.
yeah, yeah. I've got my dad staying with me at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
yeah. He's just come out of hospital.
Oh, our hospital. How is he?
Yeah, he's alright. He was in Romford Hospital in Romford.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Nice, nice. What do you guys do together?
sorry.
What do you guys do together with your dad?
Um, we probably could go out for a drink now and again, or
Nice.
go out, on scooters and stuff. So that's a
Well,
nice
it's nice
car.
that we can go places now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Is that the back end of one, or is it the front?
I think it's the back.
All right,
Yeah, I
okay.
haven't decided whether it's the back or front. I don't know whether it's coming or going.
It's like it's on a slant, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe it's being beamed.
Yeah, it could be beamed. Yeah.
It could be. How long have we got?
We got 15 minutes.
Okay, I better speed up to get in a bit more. So what else?
Right. Okay. Can you do an helicopter?
A helicopter.
Yeah. Trying
Yeah.
to. Hang on for a second. Martin says, "Can you draw an helicopter with them firing at the spaceship?"
Oh, a helicopter's firing at the. Was he the one firing at the dinosaurs last time?
Yeah. Remember that? This is the same nutter. Remember?
What's with shooting at things?
I ain't got a clue. You know what these men are like?
And always in a helicopter. I'm like, okay. It's the same guy. I like the theme that it's repeating. It's like the helicopter's moving from one work to another. Like it's turning up. Like, I'm gonna
One minute
destroy you.
one minute it was in Jurassic Park. Now it's in kind of like Land of the UFO or whatever it's called.
Yeah. The night of the UFOs and the living dead.
Yeah, the Night of the Living Dead.
But no, with the aliens.
But
So
have you ever watched? Have you ever watched that Michael Jackson Thriller? Oh, that was quite good, wasn't it?
I
The
have,
video.
yeah. Yeah, it was really good. But I
Yeah,
only remember, I mean, I haven't seen the film. Is there a film? Because I've only seen the music video. Was there more to that, or was that the music
yeah,
video?
yeah. It's more to that.
No, I haven't seen the film. I've only seen
Yeah,
the music video.
it's on YouTube.
I'll have a look. I haven't seen the full thing.
I used to like his music. I never used to like him.
A what?
I love his music, but I don't like him.
Why not?
I just don't. My wife, my wife used to like him a lot.
Mm. Well, I like some of his music, not all of it.
Yeah,
I like the Thriller and a few other songs, but
yeah.
didn't really enjoy that many. I'm trying to put some flowers on top of this hearth. Okay. I will finish the rest of it later. Let's just establish. Cause you can agree that this is a hearth.
Yes, yeah, yes, yes,
We'll deal with it later. Let me do because there isn't
yeah,
enough
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Let me have the helicopter here. What else? What else? So I
Right.
could kind of be ready to jump into the
Okay.
next one.
Anybody got any suggestions? Anything would do. It don't
Yeah,
have
we
to
got.
be anything to do with
It doesn't have
space.
to connect to the scene. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to make sense.
No, it don't have to. No.
Not that this is making that much sense here now.
Right. Someone put down, Steve. Can they draw you, E.T.? Oh,
Can I do what?
draw E.T.
You as the ET, or what?
No, this is what
Oh,
somebody
you want
said.
the ET,
This is
the
what somebody
actual
said.
ET phone home?
Yeah, E.T. phone home. So this is what somebody said. Right? Can you ask Miriam to draw E.T.? E.T.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
E.T. looks like you, Steve.
Yes. I can do ET-ish character with his finger and everything.
E.T. phone home. How dare they tell me that?
Why not? I mean, you
They
know,
call it,
there's always a theme, isn't there?
they
I'm
call it,
trying to
yeah.
get you to kind of avoid themes, but there's always kind of
What are they, donuts?
donuts. That's ET donuts.
Oh no, look, it does look like E.T. now. E.T. phone home. Looks, actually looks like my wife. She's just drawn you two.
Your wife doesn't look like ET.
Your wife doesn't look like E.T. I know she don't.
Or maybe it's kind.
I'll, I like his, I like his nose.
Yeah, it's kind of like big nose. And a long neck. Don't think I've ever drawn ET before.
Do you ever get asked to do drawings for like TV or commercial work?
Well, I did it a couple of times for TV. One was The Capital, was a series, mini series on BBC One, and then there was another series for Us.
All
It was
right.
a that they there was a scene that they wanted artworks for an exhibition, so I did that. And then The Capital was actually really fun because it was there was an artist character, and I did and they used all my paintings to kind of for that character, so that was really cool. So I had to do an original work which was part of the story, but also they used lots of other artworks that I had for different scenes, so it was pretty cool. I definitely would love to do more, for sure. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I've done a short film as well. That there was a student. It was a student project. and I kind of created the artwork for it. And again, the artwork was part of that, but I also did the set design for that. And it was another student project, which again I kind of did the set design. I didn't really provide the artworks. The artworks were already created by the filmmaker. But that, yeah, doing artworks for film, I definitely would love to do more of that because I enjoy it so much, because I love movies so much, and kind of being part of it in that sense is very, very enjoyable. Okay, I'm gonna do this guy. So what else? Are you happy with that, ET?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Really good. Um, can you draw his missus next to him?
ET's missus.
Yeah.
I mean, next time, okay, I'll put her here.
Older the plant pot.
She's holding a plant pot. I
Yeah.
was just gonna do this guy shooting at the
All right.
alien.
Okay.
Okay, shooting at the alien.
So, if someone is wanting to get into art
Yeah.
or design, what advice would you give them?
To make sure, first of all, you really like it, because it's hard work. You have to make sure that you're doing it for the reason because you enjoy it, not thinking that it's gonna be, I don't know, that you're gonna make money with it. Just you have to like it a lot. That's the main thing. You need to enjoy making art, first of
Right.
all, and then when it's obvious that that's what you want to do, make sure that you have all the basic skills. I know that these days it's quite easy to do everything on computers, and things are a lot easier than before, but you need to have and of course it depends what kind of art you want to do. Make sure you have your basic composition skills, because it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're going to be designing things that doesn't require drawing skills or not. You need to know how to do a good composition, and that is very, very important. So that is something that you need to learn by, and you can learn that by looking at a lot of different works and studying works and see why a composition works, because or maybe take some composition classes, because I know even if you go to uni, they may not teach you properly what the composition is, and it's a very important one. It's a very important thing, and you can only learn that by practice, by either by observing a lot of work and understanding what works. Is your your brain needs to understand it, and it may not just be easy in theory. Like you need to look at a lot of work. So definitely seeing a lot of work, studying works, and just observing, because like the more you feed your mind the right kind of imagery, it's like it becomes your photo bank. So you need to just nourish yourself with all the good things and good. And if you're exposed to bad art, or only exposed to one kind of art, you're just not going to have full understanding, not going to have a more complex picture or depth. You're not going to get the right depth. So it's important that you study culture. Like you really need to be interested in culture, and it really helps, because then that means good music and good films and good dance. And then you're, because once you exposed to really good quality art of all kinds, then you want to see more, and that is very nourishing, even if you don't want to become an artist. But just nourishing yourself with what is good is just, it's good for your soul anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Miriam, thank you very much for doing this
That's
for us
Mrs.
tonight.
E.T. in there.
Uh, Well
She
done.
got a bit of strange thing in her eye, but I'm gonna let me put her eye. Sorry, she's not holding much of a plant pot, but she will.
Okay, just send us a picture
I
over and
will.
we'll
I still
share
have
it.
to send you the one from the last month. I have
Okay.
to send you that one. But I
Miriam,
will make
thank
an
you for
album and send you all everything that we've done.
thank you so much for joining us again
Thank you
tonight.
so much. This was great fun, and I'll keep working on this and add more stuff. And
Thank you so much.
I'll send you the photo. Thank you again for having me. This was great fun, and lots of love for everybody that tuned in.
Thank you. Love you too. Bye bye.
Bye. Lots of love.
Here you go. That was Miriam. I'm going to be back around about 11 o'clock with Jay. In the meantime, take care.